Hello, darlings, and welcome to our special edition of Pastor's Wives Tell All, where we three, Jessica, Jenna, and Stephanie, spill the tea on Thursdays. Grab some coffee or a pot of tea and listen in for all the tips and tricks and random facts you never knew you needed. Until now. Hello and welcome back to Pastor's Wives Tell All, where we spill the tea on
Thursday. What? You thirsty?
That'd be fun to switch it up a little. Jessica, that's me. Hi, my name's Jessica. And then Jenna.
Hi, that's me.
Hi. We don't really know what we're talking about other than Stephanie has given us a word of what we're talking about. So therefore, we're going to let Stephanie take it away.
Okay. So we're getting old. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the things that change as you get old?
What exactly are you wanting to talk about?
Okay. First of all,
can we first talk about what's happening with your hair right now? Because
uh-oh. Why did y'all fix that?
Fix that for her. Oh. Yeah. It's good now.
Is it?
Yeah. Sure.
It's good.
We are back from a commercial break.
Okay, Marty.
Anyway.
Sorry, we took a quick commercial break because my hair was not working out real well for those on YouTube. Anyway, so we are back and we're talking about aging, getting older, things fall apart. There's good things that happen too. Can I tell you what I want to do? What I want to get done?
Please.
And it is not what you're thinking. I don't even know what you're thinking.
Are you thinking Botox?
Nope.
I love that too, but
Yeah, but it's okay. So it is with your face though.
Okay.
So you do look really creepy when you get done. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
the microneedling.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Uh-huh.
It's scary.
So somebody, like a blogger that I know and I've met before who lives in Atlanta, which is not far from us, went and got that done. And to see the before and then right after it happened and then a few days later, I was just amazed at how glowy her skin ended up
being. Does it
being.
get rid of like age spots and like hyperpigmentation and stuff too?
So it does over time. Like I think you have to do it more than once probably, but yes, each time it will cause them to fade.
How much does that cost?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably a lot.
We just talked about how we were poor on
I know.
another episode. Now we're going to be talking about all the things we wish we could do.
We wish
But-
that we could get it.
But I was like, wow. But then again, of course, I know there's nothing wrong with age spots because we're getting older. And that's fine. And there's wisdom. And I'm not going to be vain.
But if there are things that can help
But
you
I want
age
to
more gracefully.
Oh, I agree.
I'm all for those things. Just
So
saying. True. Okay.
I like it.
I digress.
Anywho.
That was a big word for me. You're welcome. Keep going.
I'm so proud of you. Jenna has words.
I do. Occasionally.
And as we get older, words go away.
Yes, they do.
Do you guys find that you're just forget things all the time?
Jessica just looked right at me. Yes, but I have ADHD, okay? It's normal.
But it gets worse. So
It
therefore,
really truly is.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently when perimenopause and ADHD collide, it's like a whole situation.
oh boy.
Like a shebang.
I mean, it's a shebang with my
brace
OCD
yourselves.
and perimenopause, I find. I don't know. There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
I don't hit the peri or the pre or all of those things
Because
yet.
you are blessed and highly
But
favored.
I will tell you this. This is one thing that I can feel a difference. On occasion, if I am sitting for a long period of time and I get up, I'm like, I feel that in my knees.
I thought you were going to say you feel it in your butt, and I was going to be like, how? Because there's a lot of back there.
No, I don't feel it on my butt. I feel it on my knee.
But isn't your back also getting worse with age? I feel like,
my back
is it just always your entire life?
Oh, yeah.
But don't you feel like that?
Since I was done with sports.
Oh.
Yeah.
But don't you feel like
It hasn't
Stephanie,
gotten worse.
that even in
feel like
15
mine's gotten
years,
worse.
if we asked Jessica, even in 15 years, if we asked her, are your knees hurting? Is your back hurting? She'd be like, no.
She would just say,
I
no,
say my
I'm
back
strong.
hurt. I say my back hurts. Yeah, I tell y'all that all the time.
You do.
Yeah. But I just haven't hit the things that you
Yeah.
y'all are talking
I know what you're
about
talking
yet. There's not going to be any way of hiding those when they happen because if my bed is wet not from peeing, but from sweat, then we shall know that I have entered in.
Oh,
Gosh, but I also know that there's other things that happen that might not happen to y'all. That might happen
not
to me or
everybody.
versus,
everyone's different.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm not there yet with those things.
The biggest thing for me has been my eyesight. Like, I know without a shadow of a doubt that my prescription has changed and I need to go.
Oh, me too.
I need to go to the eye doctor.
Hey, friend, we will get right back to our episode, but we want to take a moment and thank our patrons. You guys keep our podcast going.
If you are not a patron and you would like to consider donating to our podcast ministry, we would be so grateful, and we might even do a happy dance.
When you become a patron, you get perks like being the first to hear about special info and retreats. You get bonus episodes, monthly devotionals, lock screens, and more.
Plus, we have added a new $1 tier for those who believe in us and what we're doing, just because you love us.
So head on over to our show notes and click on the Patreon link to learn more. Now let's get back to our episode.
Okay, we could talk all day about all this, but like, how do we embrace it and not like let it overcome us and take us into a deep, dark pit of depression because we're not, you know, youth anymore?
And don't have the money to make us look youth anymore.
So true. All of those things. How do we do that?
Well, you can improvise, and we've talked about that a little bit.
do.
You can tape
Jen
your
and
face
I-
at night.
Jen and I tape our faces.
We do. I've been doing the gua sha thing, and I will.
Oh yeah, I love
Can
it.
we
Can
just
you explain the
can
gua
we
sha
just
thing?
talk about that for a second?
And you do not
Yeah.
have to have the gua sha to do it because I do it and don't use the thing. So
The
Gua sha
gua sha.
tool is very cheap and very
That's so true.
It's very
Very
easy
much.
to use. But basically, it helps with lymphatic drainage, and you see a lot of people on social media doing it now. And y'all, I was real skeptical about this at first, but the first time I did it, I literally stood by myself. Nobody's in there with me. I'm stood in front of the mirror, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like I did half of my face in the morning after you wake up. So you massage your lymph nodes in certain areas, and then you use this tool or your hands or your fingers. Like there's different ways you can do it. Face yoga, whatever you want to call it. And you're moving the lymphatic drainage to
where it needs
you're
to
getting
go.
rid of it. Like you're moving it, getting rid of it, and it makes your face less puffy and it makes it look more sculpted. And it is truly. Like, you can tell a difference if you do half your face and look in the mirror and you're like, whoa.
Like one time you can do it.
So do you want to go do that to my face real quick and we can show the people
No,
half
you
my
do it
face?
to your own face. You do it to your own face.
Yeah.
I was being funny.
But once you do it, you can't
got
not
jokes.
do it because
Yeah.
you see the difference and you're like, oh.
Well, and it helps. Like even like in Africa, I started doing it right before we left for Africa. Well, actually, ever since we talked to Minnesota and we did.
Oh,
the
yeah, we
lymphatic-
did do that in the morning. We were like,
so I started like adding that into every day, and like it just helps in general the way you feel.
Hormone
just
regulation.
taking the moment, and I put spa music on, kind of like we did that morning.
Yeah.
And so it just gives you a moment to like breathe, and it just awakens things and just gives you a moment. It's just like self-care that doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
You know,
And we don't claim to be, doctors or people who know a lot of things about a lot of stuff. But so go do your own research, obviously.
Yeah.
But I did read somewhere this morning, actually, where it does help with hormone, balancing your hormones.
Ooh, I need that.
And
And
just
I
make
was
sure
like,
you're
oh,
doing your lymphatic stuff before you gua sha. Like,
Yes.
because
You want to make sure you have to activate your lymph nodes before you actually do this.
correct, because
Activate.
it can mess you up a little bit. That's
Yeah.
something that they don't talk
so
about a
good.
whole lot. But
right.
We never said how we were going to embrace aging. We just kept talking about rewinding.
I'll go first since y'all didn't answer. I don't know. I think that my mom has just been such a cool example for me of like going, like embracing who I am in my own skin and what I look like and how I feel. And it doesn't matter how old, like you don't have to act your age. And so she has just been a great example of that. She's 72. She is stunning and she still looks amazing. Even if she was 72 and she didn't, she's still amazing. But she does look amazing because she takes care of herself and takes care of her skin and eats the right things that's good for your body and also exercises and just gets out. Like she's not a 72-year-old that goes, my life is over, I'm retired. No, she stays busy and she is helping people and she is joyous. So I'm going to embrace. And so every year that I've gotten older, everybody's like, oh, you're getting older, but I really don't feel it. I might look it every year if I look back at pictures, but like, I know like my internal self still feels good, but just a little wiser every year that God is teaching me more about myself and that confidence and of knowing who I am. And that doesn't define, because the Bible says beauty is feeding. It's not feeding. It is fleeting. It's going to go away. It doesn't matter how many Botox things you do.
Right.
At some point, it ain't going to look as good as you think it does.
Right.
Unless you're Dolly Parton.
Unless you're Dolly Parton, but still.
Maybe she's blessed and highly favored.
I mean, she is. She Dolly.
She Dolly.
She's Dolly. But that's kind of how
also
I
got
am
money.
going into it, is just like being confident that like just excited. And I would never go back to my 20s. As much as my body looked glorious at 20, like especially during sports, I still wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't.
No, I feel that.
I found that really funny. I don't know why. It was so glorious.
Yes.
I mean, it was.
I think for me, it's just like I'm just trying to move my body and make sure that I'm not sedentary, you know, because I do work on my computer. Like that's what I do every day. But I'm trying to make sure that I'm being intentional about getting a workout done, even if it's just 20 minutes, like just moving. But then also, like you said, just trying to eat things that, you know, don't deprive yourself completely of something, because that's not fun. But like for the most part, just trying to eat things that we know suit our bodies well.
Except for next week when we go camping, we know that you're going to eat 30 marshmallows and probably 20 s'mores. So she's doesn't always abide by that. I just have to confess that.
I do love a s'more.
her.
I'm not going to lie. Or just a roasted marshmallow.
Like the roasted well, I like them black.
Too.
Yeah.
I would rather just eat the marshmallows. I don't have to have the cracker and the chocolate and all.
Oh, you know what I want though?
But you know
I
what
do
I
want
will
the cracker, but I also want a Reese's, and then I want a marshmallow.
And
Go
I
ahead.
want a Cadbury egg because it's Easter time.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, those are good. I actually do like those.
Well.
Not Peeps though.
Ew.
But you know what I will do though before I eat those marshmallows? I will try to eat better, like good the whole
Right.
day, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
will chow down on those.
And by chow, she does chow.
Stephanie,
So true.
what about you?
I'm just going to try to embrace the wisdom that comes with age, because I do feel like there's things that I see a little more clearly now. So I'm going to focus on that, so I don't get depressed about all the other things.
That's good.
That's good. I like it. Okay. You're welcome for all of that.
Information you never
Be
asked for.
encouraged.
Yes. Be encouraged.
Be encouraged.
Go forth.
You're getting older, but it's okay.
Go forth and be
Some
young.
of these people might be young listening. Some of them are young whippersnappers. You just embrace it.
Embrace
Yeah.
it.
And enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it. Okay, until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, friends, if you have enjoyed this episode as much as we have, please help us spread the word on Facebook and Instagram.
If you didn't know yet, Instagram is where all the fun is at. From dance reels on Wednesdays to spiritual encouragement and laugh out loud posts in between, there is something for everyone.
And last but certainly not least, if you could take a moment right now to stop what you're doing and give us a rating and review, even subscribe to our podcast, this seriously helps other people find us who wouldn't be able to otherwise. Thank you so much for your love and support. We hope you'll tune in next week.